Good morning, guys. My name is Joshua Midalugdog, and today we will be talking about the circulatory system. So, the circulatory system is also known as the cardiovascular system. It consists of the organs and fluids that transport materials like oxygen and nutrients throughout the body. As seen here in the picture, as you can see, the circulatory system spans the entire body. As it moves blood around the system, it is both bringing oxygen to the tissues and carrying away the waste products they create. The circulatory system also has many functions related to delivering hormones, allowing the passage of immune cells, and other functions related to coordinating and maintaining multicellular organisms. So let's take a closer look at some of these functions. So the circulatory system functions. Each of the basic functions of an organism has to be accomplished by a specialized set of organs. For example, the digestive system is specialized for efficiently extracting useful nutrients from food. Similarly, the respiratory system deals with the exchange of gases, while the nervous system and endocrine system are involved in coordination and homeostasis. In order to sustain each of these organ systems, the body needs a circulatory system. So the circulatory system allows every cell to derive sustenance, be protected from pathogens, communicate with other cells, and to exist in a relatively constant microenvironment. So the example of the circulatory system functions that I have here is the transportation. So the underlying functions of the circulatory system is the transportation. So these basic functions carries many different substances to and from different parts of the body. So the intricate network of blood vessels that surrounds the small intestines absorbs the end products of digestion. The pituitary gland, situated deep within the brain, releases hormones that influence the musculoskeletal, integumentary, and reproductive system. So these hormones are carried to their target organs and cells through the circulatory system. Within alveoli, in the lungs, oxygen from the air diffuses into capillaries where it binds to the protein hemoglobin. Through this carrier protein, blood delivers oxygen to every cell within the body. Now we have the circulatory system parts. First, we have the heart. So in humans, the heart has 4 chambers consisting of 2 atria and 2 ventricles. So the atria are the receiving chambers and receive blood from veins. On the other hand, ventricles are designed to be efficient pumps sending blood into arteries. So the oxygenated blood from the lungs arrive through the pulmonary vein to the left atrium. It passes into the left ventricle to the mitral valve during atrial systole or contraction. During ventricular systole, this blood is pumped into the aorta to be circulated in the body through arteries, arterioles, and capillaries. The exchange of materials occurs through the single-celled endothelial walls of capillaries. The oxygenated blood from the various tissues then returns to the right atrium of the heart through 2 major veins, the superior and the inferior vena cava. Once the oxygenated blood reaches the right ventricle through the tricuspid valve, it is pumped to the lungs during ventricular systole through the pulmonary artery. In the lungs, gas exchange occurs within the alveoli. Next is the blood vessels. So there are two major types of blood vessels. Those that bring blood towards the heart are called veins, and those that carry blood from the heart towards other tissues and organs are called arteries. So these arteries and veins undergo repeated branching to produce arterioles and venules. And then the third one is the capillaries. These thinnest blood vessels are called capillaries. It is made of a single layer of squamous epithelial cells. These thin tubular structures are the primary site for the exchange of materials between the circulatory system and tissues. It shows here in the picture how the arteries and veins are connected through capillaries. The blue represents the oxygenated blood, while the red represents oxygenated blood. This is a real color phenomenon seen in blood. Arterial blood is usually bright red color because of the large amount of oxygen it carries, while the venous blood is darker and more blue or purple. And then the last part is the lymphatic circulation. Through the lymphatic system, though the lymphatic system is sometimes considered separate from the circulatory system, their functions overlap. Interstitial fluid is a colorless solution that bathes all the cells of the body and forms a major component of the extracellular fluid. It is formed due to the hydrostatic force of blood in capillaries, which causes water, ions, and small solutes from the circulatory system to escape. So then, interstitial fluid is similar to blood plasma in many ways. Some of these fluids starts to flow in the extended open-ended network of a tubular structure, forming the lymphatic circulation. This fluid is now called lymph and passes through lymph nodes where pathogens, damaged cells, or cancerous cells can be trapped and destroyed. Metabolic wastes and cell remnants are then moved towards the bloodstream and processed before being expelled or excreted as body waste. As you can see here in the picture, the lymph vessel weave through capillaries. To absorb all the fluid they lose and transfer it back into the circulatory system. The lymph nodes flow in one direction to carry this fluid back toward the neck, where it dumped back into the subclavian veins. This is how the fluid re-enters the circulatory system. So one of the important functions of the lymphatic system is to maintain fluid homeostasis between the liquid in blood and the fluid content of tissue fluid. A properly functioning network of lymph vessels and nodes prevents edema, contributes to immunity, and is crucial for the absorption of fats and fat-soluble vitamins. So, how does the circulatory system work? The circulatory system is mainly driven by the heart. The pressure created in the heart pushes blood into the arteries. The arteries expand with the pressure, and then the blood is forced all the way into the smallest capillaries, Veins are surrounded by a variety of smooth muscles, and these muscles help move blood through the lower pressure veins and back to the heart. Other activities like large muscle movements can also help drive blood through the system. In general, it only takes a human about a minute to circulate a portion of blood through the entire system and back to the heart. That's all for today. Thank you so much.